Hi everyone, it's Helen here and thank you for joining me today. So I hope you all had a really lovely Christmas. I have absolutely no idea what day it is. I think it's Friday today. I'm filming in between Christmas and New Year's and I've kind of got lost in that void. It's Friday. It's got to be Friday. Right, so today I'm going to be showing you how I store my magazines. So these are the magazines that I've been in this year. I've counted them up. I'm in 35 issues of various different titles, and I am planning on keeping all of them that I'm in for the time being. So I know some people rip out the pages that they're in and they keep them all nicely in a folder, but I do like to browse through all these magazines and look at all the other ideas that are in there as well. So I like to flick through things. I'm not too much of a fan of Pinterest. I only go on there occasionally, but I am actually on Pinterest and all my projects can be found there too. So the link for that will be down below for the Pinterest. So anyway, back to the magazines. These are all of them. There's 34 here, so there's quite a few, and even some box kits here. So we have Crafters Inspiration, Simply Cards and Papercraft, Die Cutting Essentials, Papercraft Essentials, and I'm sure there's another one that I've missed out. So we'll get to all of those in a moment. So how am I going to be storing these? So how have I already been storing these? So over the year, I've been putting these on my bookshelf along with the free gifts that come with them. This is just an example here, and I have these open wallets. So I just simply slide my magazine inside, the free gift that goes in there as well, and then that gets tucked in on my shelf. So my shelf is a Billy bookcase. It's one of the slimmer ones, and this has fitted everything on there for the entire year. So it was full before I took everything off. So I will actually be storing these in a separate room, and I'll be using A4 lever arch files, and I have those ready, so I'll be taking you downstairs to my living room and I'll be showing you exactly where they'll be going, because I need to go and collect one of those folders now. And I'll also be using these as well to keep them in. So I've been storing my magazines for years on these things. They're called Magi clips. So basically, the magazine slides into this part here, and then you can clip this into a folder. So it's really clever. So I used to collect and read all of the old scrapbook magazines, and I still have most of my copies downstairs safely tucked away into their A4 storage folders. So here we are at the middle, so I've got the staples there. So we simply slip these on, pop it on. Now these are for A4s, A4 magazines, so all of these magazines are A4 size as well. So this is now going to get clipped into the folder. The ones I have only have the two prongs here, but if you can find them, if you can find one with the 4, it's going to give them extra support, because I think I can fit 10 to 12 magazines in each lever arch file. So definitely they may start to slouch very slightly, but that's not a problem, because once the album is full, there's going to be less movement anyway. So if you can find the ones with the 4 prongs, they could be more expensive, but if you can find them, definitely get hold of those. So that's the magazine. So here we have, I can keep this aside now for my next lot of magazines that I'll be coming in. So here I have the free gift. I don't want to forget what magazine this has come from, because previously they were just on my shelf, everything was together, I could grab the magazine out, grab the free gift and then work from there, but they're going to be separated now. But I would like to keep this in my craft room, and I would and if I need to see which magazine or refer to anything else, I can just go downstairs, grab my file out and grab the magazine from there. I can even unclip it and bring it upstairs. So how am I going to be storing this? I'm going to be using the Brother label printer. So I have demonstrated this in the past, so I'm going to simply write in Simply Cards and Papercraft, but I'm not going to write the whole lot. I'm going to put SCP space, and it's issue 173, So I've got the cassette black on pastel purple in the Brother label printer, so I'll be using this just to stick onto here, and then I will be storing all of these together in one of those file boxes. I've stuck it together now. There we go. You can trim the ends off as well. Let's pop that on there. So now I know which magazine this is from, so it's just for easy reference. Let's turn that off. Right, so I can set that aside. Just another 34 to go. So before we do that, I'm going to take you downstairs and we're going to collect some of my files. Okay, so we're in my living room now, so here's my tree. And let's go over here. This is where I'm going to be keeping the magazine. So I have 4 empty folders here ready. So these are my scrapbook folders. And down here, this is some of my summer decor. And in here, they're a bit damaged, so I do need to replace them with ones like this, because these ones are much nicer. In here I have some magazines already. Let's pull some out. So here we have my scrapbook magazines, all nicely stored in those folders. So I'm going to have to take all of these upstairs. So these are my folders. So I'm going to fill up all of these with those magazines and then bring them back down. Okay, so I've separated them all into their different issues. So I have Simply Cards and Papercraft, Creative Stamping, a pile for Papercraft Essentials, and a pile for Die Cutting Essentials. And I did actually forget to mention, I got these from Amazon. So all the links for everything will be down below in the description box. And if any of these magazines are on sale still, I'll make sure that those are listed down below as well. Right, so I'm going to be having a folder for each type of magazine. So I've got 4 here, and I also have decided to keep the box kits as they are. And this one's going to be difficult to use on one of these because it hasn't actually got a middle. It's been sealed in there, so it's not stapled. So I'm going to keep those free. So let's get these into our folders. So it's going to be really simple. Take this off. We'll put that aside and put that on last. So I have my earliest copy for this year, which is 173. Pop that at the bottom. And you just simply slot all these on. So I may change the orientation of these. I may swap them round. So I have the first one of the year at the top. I do have one more issue to come, which is 186. That's going to be out in a few days' time, and that hasn't reached me yet. So I need to pop that on the top. So once that arrives, I'll then decide what order I want to keep these magazines in. Let's pop that on. So I have room there for pretty much one more. Let's pop this on as well. You don't have to use this. And there we go. So now we can flick through our magazines. So we can just go, oh, I fancy this issue here. And all of the pages work. It's really, really easy just to flick through. You probably won't even have to take any of these magazines out. I can just literally bring up the whole folder and look through. So just quickly get to the place where I want. Amazing. I love this little system here. And then if I ever decide that I do just want to keep the individual pages instead of the magazines, it's just going to be easy for me to do that as well. Let's pop that in there and let's do the rest of them. So this one is going to be Simply Cards and Papercraft for 2018. I'll have to label the outside. So I'm going to do the rest with all of the other magazines. And if you're wondering how big my stack was all of the free gifts that come with all the magazines, this is my big stack here. So I'll be using some of those white cardboard file folder things that slot onto your bookshelf to keep those in, and I'll put them into magazine order and number order as well, so they're going to be really easy for me to find if I need to use any of them. Okay, so let's get the rest of those in. Okay, so here I have all of my magazines stored away now. So I have creative stamping in here. Right at the back I may just not use these. I have Papercraft essentials in the back. So there's plenty of room there for me to just move this across and add the next issue. So I may have the newer ones towards the back and the earlier ones at the front, so it'll be in proper date order. But using these red file things is going to make it really easy for me to move stuff around if I decide to store it slightly differently. And so in here we have Simply Cast and Papercraft. That one's full. I'm going to have to start a new folder in January for this one. And here we have Die Cutting Essentials. That's almost full. I've got a few more spaces there for about 2 or 3 more. So if you want to know more about the work I do and the commissions and how I go about it and the working process, I'm thinking about making a vlog or a day in the life video of how I go about making a magazine commission from start, so from when I get my brief to completion and me getting the magazine right at the end. So if you are interested in that, let me know down below in the comments. I'd love to show you a vlog or day in the life of how I go about it, and yeah, just let me know down below if you're interested in that sort of thing, because I'd love to share that with you, because this is actually quite a huge part of my creative job as a creative. So this does actually take up quite a lot of my creative work day. So I'd love to share that part with you. Right, let's move these out of the way. Right, so I'm going to have to lug all these heavy folders right back downstairs now to my living room, and I'm going to get on with the rest of my day now. So there's not much left of the day left. So I hope you guys have had a really good Christmas, and I really hope that you have some really good New Year's celebrations as well. So there's going to be plenty more videos coming your way, mini albums, and there's still that Christmas bonus as well. That will be coming along very shortly. So thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.